It's like the jet boat thing, buying that jet boat. I've wanted one of those since before Garrett even built his. I saw Wilkie's. I don't remember when or where, but I was like, dude, that's sick. Like that to me is like the ideal boat. Cause like I like some things about jet skis, but I don't like that it's like a sit on a seat handle. Like I'm a steering wheel guy. I think because I grew up like
you want to drive something, not ride it.
Yeah, exactly. So like I like things with steering wheels. I think because as a kid I had a little dirt bike and stuff, and I always like dreamed of driving a car. So like I get excited to drive a golf cart or something. Yeah. But that's my thing.
Like a go-kart was always like peak.
Oh yeah, like I was like, dude, if I could just have a go-kart.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Not that I was unappreciative of my $50 dirt bike, but like
go-kart 4 wheels, like a car was always like
right. Yeah. I like to imagine being an adult when I was a kid, which is part of it. So anyway, I wanted one, and then I started looking into them, and then Garrett built, his and James. And I was like, oh, man, that's a lot more work.
Those are extensive.
than I thought it was going to be. And one part that really kind of turned me off was I remember when they were installing the engines, they were talking about the carbon seal and having no idea what that was. They're just like, it has to be super aligned or it can sink your boat. And I heard that when I bought this boat. And then I redid it. These guys basically did it for me. They helped me, this jet boat, this guy Zane. Anyway, after being in there, seeing it all firsthand, like it's really not that complicated. It's just like aligning your pilot bearing on your engine, But in my head, I'm like, that sounds too complicated. Like I don't want to get involved. So anyway, my point is, I wanted one, but I was like, well, if I want one, it's got to be a 300 horsepower rowdy one, and with all the stuff. But then those are $60,000, and I can't spend that much money on a little boat. So then I just didn't do it.
The use, because I'm in the same boat. When Garrett was building I talked to the jet boat guy a little bit, and then he started building it. I was like, oh, no shot. Like,
yeah.
Well, that's a huge undertaking for something that doesn't get enough use.
Yeah,
for
but
me to
see,
justify.
I've been using mine a lot lately. But I found that one, it was a good deal. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
It's not exactly what I want. I'd rather build it myself and build the different hull and whatever, but like it gets me there. And it's been great. I've had a blast because I wanted another boat for a long time because I live like 5 minutes from the river, from the ramp, So, literally yesterday it was like 5 something. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the boat out because I've been working on this cooling system issue. I'm going to go see if I fixed it. And like literally at 5:30, I just hooked up the trailer. I went down there, put the boat in the water, rode around for a while, like explored, did 360s, jumped it, chilled on the beach spot, took it apart, worked on it, put it back together, back to the boat ramp, back on the trailer, back home by 7:15.
Yeah, that's like a calming experience versus a car.
Right, like a car,
more stressful.
You've got to go to the track, So it's like my Miata, I've been having this recurring like ignition or fuel cut issue, and I've changed something, and I'm like, that's for sure it, And then I go to the track, and I still have the issue. Then I got to wait a month till the next track day. Whereas with the boat, I'm like, okay, this is for sure why the exhaust is getting hot, temperature warning. And I go out, I'm like, no, that wasn't it. Because I can go test it.
Yeah.
In 2 hours, I can go test it and be back.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Bogetti Clips YouTube channel. For the full podcast, check us out on Bogetti Studios YouTube and all your audio platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the new Bogetti clips coming up.